Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to Safe Out as Paralegal. My name is Talia for those of you that are new, and I currently work as a house counsel legal assistant here in the state of Florida. For those of you that are returning, make sure to sound off in the comments so that I know that you are here. So, good morning. It has just been some busy days. Last week I was like ridiculously busy, but this week I am it's kind of feeling like the same, but I feel like I have more work now that I have one attorney than when I had two, because you guys know my second attorney, I don't think I had this other case on my radar. My second attorney had certain limitations on her, so she wasn't in rotation like that. Excuse me, you guys. She wasn't in rotation like that, and you know, so there was very little cases that she could get, different types of cases that she could get because of her status or whatever. So anyways, now that it's like no filter, hold on, okay, here we go. Now that it's like no filter, I just feel like there's always, like, there's so much going on. I'll be working until 5 today, and I'm working on a couple of different things. We have a policy that was tendered, though I'm not doing anything with that. I just need to close everything out on our file side. I have an incoming PFS that came in. I have some scheduling type things to do, which is so annoying. Scheduling is annoying. I don't mind it, but it's just like I have to wait, you know, ridiculous amounts of time for people to reply with availability and blah blah blah. And and all that good stuff. So anyways, I just wanted to pop in, didn't want to make this too long, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Bye. Today is a proper Tuesday. I am obviously here at work, as you guys can see. I'm working from home still. You guys would have gotten a update in the previous clip. So my dog is upset because she is in her crate after going through the garbage. Yeah. Today on the agenda, I have some notice of plaintiff's depositions that I need to get signed and filed. I also have a settlement file that I need to create a package for and get out. And today I actually have my yearly review. So I will be back on, of course, to tell you guys how that went and shed some light on the process. It'll be my first one in this department. It won't be my first one for this company, but it works a little bit different. So I am nervous, and I'm not nervous. I'm just curious, I guess. I'm not nervous. I'm just curious as to like how this works, you know, because we only have 3 job objectives and they're a little vague, but I will talk with you guys and I will talk with you guys in depth of all of that once I am after that, when I talk to you guys about how it went. So anyways, I will update you guys and let y'all know how that goes post that happening. But in the meantime, I'll just be here working and getting done what I need to get done. So I'll talk with you guys soon. Sorry it's a little dark in here. I turned my kitchen light off. That wasn't my actual one-on-one. My actual one-on-one is actually, I feel like I'm crooked. My actual one-on-one is actually going to be on the 2nd, this Thursday. My evaluation is actually going to be on the 2nd. That was just my one-on-one. So what she did was explain how PEs work, and I'm gonna reserve and tell you guys on Thursday when it happens, because it really didn't make a lot of sense to me. She talked about like calibration and things like that, but companies are so complicated. Like, if you're doing something outside of the scope of your position, to me that signifies, and consistently doing that, to me that signifies you're going above and beyond your role. When you're doing that, you should be getting more than a met at level. So I just don't understand. I don't know. So that's why I said I'll explain it to you guys after we go over the meeting and I can kind of see how this plays out, or how this is actually going to work, because the way she explained it to me, it seems a little unfair. I'm not gonna hold you. They say that they're doing it to make sure that it's fair, but that's not how it seems. Anyways, I just wanted to close out the day and let you guys know that I will see you guys on tomorrow. Of course, my camera is about to die because I have not been on this in forever. So you guys be blessed, be well, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. I wanted to pop in and of course start today's video. I am undone, but I do have some errands to run. So I'll probably look like this for the morning, and then I will pop, I'll get myself together throughout the day. I just wanted to pop in and say good morning to you guys and let you know that we are starting another day. On today's agenda, I'll be following up on records, even though it's not my role. But when adjusters are asking you what's going on, you got to help, okay? So on today's agenda, I do have some notices that I need to file. I do have some follow-up client calls that I need to do. So I'm gonna get all that done this morning, because people tend to either answer in the morning, or if you call them in the morning, they'll reply to you within a reasonable time frame. So I'm gonna get all that done now. But first, I'm gonna make me some tea and breakfast. And yeah, I'm working a new schedule this week. 9 to 5:30 or 9:30 to 6. I had the option to do 9 to 6 and take an hour-and-a-half lunch every day, but I just feel like that's too much. So I will let you guys know how this goes. I wanted a later schedule because I wanted to either do like an exercise class in the morning times or get out and do something in the mornings, and I didn't want to feel rushed. So I'll let you guys know how that goes, but I will talk with you guys throughout the day. I just wanted to pop in and start today's video. So yeah. Bye. I had my annual review. And so I wanted to take some time while I have the time to talk to you guys about that. So hopefully I'm not coming off too bright. And hopefully you guys can see me and not my nephew's play area. Wait, let me let me fix this just a bit. Let me fix it just a bit. And I don't want to be super bright. I want to be like my color. Okay, there we go. It's brighter in here than normal because I have my kitchen light on. Y'all know I don't have no ceiling light. Girl, that's another story. Okay, let me pull it up. So wait a minute, sorry y'all, my attorney is, let me see what he would like before I do this. Okay, sorry you guys, that was regarding records. Anyways, let me pull this back up. So I had my annual review, and let me just tell you guys how it works here. So you get a mid-year, what we call PE, personal evaluation, performance evaluation. You get a mid-year, which in this department and my other department was a little different. You can get they usually do your standard 3% raises during the beginning of the year, and then any promotions are either mid-year or end of year. And I think the same, but every year around this time, the entire company has their annual performance evaluations. There are 3 job objectives that we are asked to meet each year. The ratings go from 1 to 5. 1, of course, being the lowest. 2, you don't want to be there either because that means you're on some type of probation. You know, 3 is satisfactory. You're doing the bare minimum to meet these things. 4 is outstanding. So you're going above and beyond. 5, you're just knocking that thing out the park. So 5 is the highest rating that you can get. From what I have been advised, it is really extremely hard to get a 4 and a 5. I'm not a personal fan of how they do this because in my eyes, it's as simple as if someone is consistently going above and beyond what they are required to do, what the job description tells you that you are required to do, and you have this person that you know is going above and beyond outside of those expectations, that should be a 4 or 5, period. But they have this entire process, and it has been put in place to make sure that friends are not promoting friends, you know what I mean, to try to make it fair. But I feel like I wasn't a big fan of it, and so they call it calibration. And so my manager meets with everyone else on her level, and they talk about their team. They go through each individual and say, hey, my person does this is why I think he or she should get this score. And that person can say no, because my person does this all the time, and I didn't score them that. And so depending on what the vote is, then they have to calibrate you down. So I understand it, or what they're trying to do. I'm just not a fan because, like I said, I feel like it should be as easy as I gave you guys a core list of job descriptions, and if somebody is consistently, and we know how those people are, especially if you're in corporate, it's the people that's constantly volunteering. It's the people that's constantly, being asked additional work. The people that are being dependent on when something, somebody calls out or somebody wasn't able to complete something. Those people should, to me, if you're going up and consistently above and beyond what your job description is or what, you should be doing, that shouldn't just be a given. That should be rewarded. But not my business, you know what I mean? This is not my business, and this is how it's ran. So we have 3 job objectives: productive work habits and efficiency, And there, I am expected to prioritize and complete all work in a timely manner. It is expected that I will leverage and appropriately use all my available resources to eliminate unnecessary work and minimize rework, while adhering to both the local and universal House Council process and policies. So that's job objective 1. My second job objective is quality of work, and you guys know in this field that is like the gold. If you, and I have learned this very recently, if you have little to no experience but you have little to no errors, you're going to go much further than someone who may have more experience than you but is constantly having to go back and correct. And that's just something that I learned here recently in the past year and a half. I've gotten much further and more, recognition, because even though I was working a little slow until I knew what I was doing, my attention to detail, which you're required to have, my attention to, hey, this is outside of the norm, I'm not just going to accept this, that has gotten me a lot further than people that have been in my seat, or been in my role longer and have had, they've been here longer, doing things here longer. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, just for my new paralegals and legal assistants, just, be very mindful of that. It's so crucial in this field, attention to detail, and not just that, the attention to what you're doing, period, and how well you're paying attention and finding minute things that are like, hey, this could add up, because I know, it could be the simplest thing that could make or break, a lot of things in this field. So anyways, quality work is the second job objective, and the goal is for me to be knowledgeable, responsive, informative, and proactive to help House Counsel provide high level, high quality, and accurate legal work. I am expected to provide quality results in my work and in my work that are accurate and require little to no rework. So again, that's just going simply back to, if you're constantly having to go back and make changes, you weren't paying attention the first time. So yeah. The third one is team contribution and work environment. This one I was a little skeptical about, because this is what the job objective is. It's team contribution and work environment. And okay, under this, we have a responsibility to create a great work environment. We are expected to promote a great work environment using our core values to guide our decisions. Promoting diversity in our work environment by respecting each other's differences and responding to feedback, and always striving to improve and collaborate with your coworkers to make a positive work environment. Yeah, so that is work environment, and it's just basically saying, like, you guys heard it, it's basically saying that it's your responsibility to your responsibility to make sure that you're not creating a negative space. And how can you do that? Because I used to hear this and be like, girl, what they got to do with me? Hold on, y'all. Now, so that this is not super long, because we do have to get through the day here, I'm gonna tell you guys what I scored. So for job objective 1, productive work habits and efficiency, I actually scored a 4 for outstanding. And there was a really nice comment from my attorney. Key notes I was commended because of my organization and extreme attention to detail. I intently listen, intuitive. I showed that I was productive because of the file sets that we had. I have been telling you guys, when I first got my attorney, our files were like hot mess express, but I reworked, cleaned up, reorganized, and put them in shape. And then, man, I am not, it says you never back down from a challenge and willingly came back to me, my supervisor, for more work, and clearly communicated the type of work you wanted to receive so that you could increase your knowledge in areas you felt were necessary. That is just me. I want to get it right, and so even if it's hard, or people like, nobody likes scheduling, and I was like, give me the scheduling task so I can make sure I know what to do. Nobody liked doing like CME things or PFSs, and I'm like, give me those so I know what to do. I also got commended because I had no issues with rework. We actually went through an audit, and so preparing for the audit, of course, we had a lot of people on the files to kind of make them aware of, you know, learning things that they could adjust to and what they probably were going to get dinged on. And I didn't have any issues even with my jacked up files. Even with my jacked up files. And I have some kudos for cases that I brought to their attention where I'm like, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So I got an outstanding for productive work habits and efficiency. I got kudos because even though I work from home, I'm extremely productive at home, which I hope helps us, you know, as a team, because nobody won't be nobody else, okay? It's just quieter at home. For me, it's less distractions at home. Quality of work, I also got an outstanding. And she said, I am a stickler for organization and logic. That is true. And my attorney said that I'm a great resource, or great at finding the resource, which is true. Yeah. So for team contribution and work environment, I scored a successful, which is a 3. And the comments there were very short. I did get some feedback that she would like me to speak up more, I guess, in meetings, or drive conversations more like I do in our one-on-one things. And I can agree. I'm not opposed to that. I'm never negative, you know, I do answer questions, but when you're new to something and people are asking questions about procedures and things like that, my thing was, I am not completely sure of the process. I'm still working, so I never wanted to. I hate giving incorrect information. Cannot stand it. You already see how I'm feeling right now. I do not like giving incorrect information. So she wanted me to kind of be more active in those things, because I'm very attentive to changes that are being made. I don't just, you know what I mean, I don't just say I read the email. I actually put them into action. When things are changed and processes are changing, I'm never opposed to the change. I do ask questions and make sure like it makes sense and that I understand and all that, but I don't ever want to give out incorrect information. So I am always hesitant, because these are people who, you know, they're tenured people asking these questions, and So I never want to give the incorrect information. So she did, you know, specify that, she did specify that she wanted me to take a more active role when it comes to that. So I did get a 3 overall with some constructive ways that can be higher, but my overall rating is an outstanding. So yes, so I got an overall 4, and I was one of a few people that got that overall score. My supervisor did push for me because, like I just mentioned, what is it called? Promotions are usually done mid-year and at the end of the year. And I got it. So I actually ended up getting a promotion and a raise. And y'all know how I am around here. I'm money transparent. So when I first accepted this position, you guys know, when I first started working with this company, I was in a different department and my beginning salary was $39,000 a year. It allowed me to work from home. Money was really tight. I had just moved into my apartment. I had left my second job. And I really did not, you know, I didn't want to go back. I wanted to kind of make a plan, you know what I mean? So I didn't want to get a second job, because what happens to me when I get a second job is I become kind of complacent, and not moving forward in the areas that I should be. I'll just say, okay, well, with these 2 things going on, I have enough to do what I need to do, and that's it. But I really wanted more, and I made goals, and the Lord was so gracious to me to answer those calls that I asked. I actually accomplished last year majority of the things, and I think I have some of the majority of the things that I had on my career goal board. And so when I started with this company, I made $39,000 a year. I did end up getting a promotion at the end of the year and a raise to $43,000. But then I ended up getting this position. And that legal assistant 1 position bumped me up to $48,500, which I think I explained to you guys that. And so with this position, I'm now moving into in legal assistant 2, and my new annual salary will be $53,000 a year, which with my second job will put me at over $68,000 annually before taxes. Well, actually, it might put me more than that before taxes, but the 68 is, I calculated that with my second job based on what I take home, what I've consistently taken home. So I am in a really good position. Now, what does that look like for me career-wise? Is this the seat that I want to sit in? And the long answer to that is no. But I do know that I don't see myself in management in the capacity that we have in this department. And I don't see myself, some of the other roles that are in my department, I don't really see myself at that capacity. So I'm kind of at a crossroad. I'm so thankful because this is a really tough time for a lot of people. People are losing their jobs. They are losing their homes and cars and things like that because of everything that's going on. And here I am under the grace and mercy of Jesus, and I am being acknowledged. I am being rewarded. I am given an increase. And so I'm very, very thankful for that. But I think even more what it is teaching me or has taught me is the Lord will prosper you where you are, but it doesn't mean that that's where you should be or that's where you should stay. And so I want to begin to really work on the goals of ambitions that I had prior. I want to get back to the desires of my heart, and I felt like I could not focus on that because I had a money issue. And I'm still working through that. I still need to learn how to effectively budget. I still need to learn how to save better. There's a lot that, you know, can happen there, but career-wise, it just motivated me to really go for, it kind of motivated me to, you know, kind of take back what I probably should have worked on. I've been dealing with issues of feeling behind, or feeling like I've been trying to take my own path and not necessarily the path that was like made for me, you know. So that's been really, really difficult, but I am going to begin to really put the effort in. To work towards those things. So the good thing is that I'm in a position now where I can focus more on that, because now I have the means, and I am not going to stress about how I'm going to pay these things. I don't live over my means, and I cut out a lot these past couple of years. I cut out things that you know, like were personally done for me. I have not been to the dermatologist, cut that out. I wanted to start going to the esthetician, cut that out. I cut gym memberships. I cut personal things like pedicures, manicures, getting my nails done. I was never a lash person, but keeping my hair up and things like that, I cut those things out, partly because I could not afford it anymore, and then also partly because, you know, I had to figure out how to run my household. I had to figure that out, and it takes adjustment and it takes time, and you know, yeah. So now that I know that I have the capacity, and I had the capacity last year, honestly, but now that I know that I have the capacity, I think I'm just gonna run forward in these other things. But with this, I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do, and if it makes sense to do what I wanted to do before. So we'll see. I'm excited and very, very grateful, but I don't know, you guys. I think that it's time to chase my dream, right? So anyways, I've talked too much. You guys be blessed, be well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.